Namaskar, this is Akhilesh Bhargav. Welcome to Tidbits on Business and Finance with me. The number of corona cases continue to rise in India and the contraction or shrinking of the economy also continues. A report says that the Indian economy contracted by about 25 to 30% in the June quarter of this year, and this contraction continues in the second quarter. At this stage, it is worth having a look at some reports and opinions to see what went wrong and what can be done in order to revive the Indian economy. The recent Reserve Bank report says that it is government spending that is needed in order to fuel demand in the economy, and it will need to continue to spend till the demand is out of the COVID shock and the demand in the economy resumes the pre-COVID momentum at least. It is government consumption, the Reserve Bank says, that will pandemic-proof demand in the economy. After the government spending, after the government consumption takes hold of the economy, the Reserve Bank says that private spending will resume and that will lead the recovery of the economy. Thereafter, discretionary spending by the private sector, by the private household will start so as to ensure that the economy gets a boost, the growth takes a faster momentum. In respect of demand, the Reserve Bank says that urban demand has taken a huge hit, but rural demand fared much better. According to the Reserve Bank, the shock to consumption and demand in India has been extremely severe and it will take a long time to come back to normal. Very worryingly, the Reserve Bank says that retrenchment in the economy is happening at a fast and unprecedented pace. In other words, huge amount of job losses are taking place. It of course mentions that as per the Reserve Bank survey, consumer confidence in India in July was at an all-time low. And it was at an all-time low because of the general economic situation that prevails today, because of the poor situation of jobs, because of depleting and vanishing income, and the threat of inflation. The Reserve Bank very rightly says in its report that at this stage it is difficult to assess the overall damage of COVID to the economy, and that's because the dynamics of COVID continue to evolve, the dynamics of the economy continue to evolve, and it is still too early to say how much has been the damage to the economy. It pertinently says that the global economy has also taken a huge hit because of COVID-19. That was a report of the Reserve Bank worth noting. The next is a report by KPMG. The KPMG report says that it is infrastructure spending by the government that will help to spur demand in the economy, and it will also reactivate economic activity. It says that infra spend in India will have a multiplier effect and it will activate the aggregate demand in the economy. According to KPMG, such spending will improve productivity of the Indian economy and it will also improve its overall competitiveness. We then come to a report from ICRA. ICRA says that in quarter one, the Indian economy shrank by about 25%. That was the amount of contraction that took place. And this contraction, it says, has been because of a drag imposed on the economy by sectors like manufacturing, construction, trade, hotels, transport, communications and broadcasting. It says it is these sectors which contribute to about 45% of the Indian economy, of the Indian GDP, that witnessed a major slowdown, and because of that the economy contracted. All these sectors, ICRA says, have suffered heavily because of the lockdown that was imposed, and the result is there to see. So as far as the Reserve Bank report goes, it talks about the need for government spend in order to get the economy going. It talks about consumer confidence being at an all-time low and jobs being retrenched at a fastest pace ever in history. That was the Reserve Bank report. KPMG talks about increasing infra spend in order to activate aggregate demand in the economy. And ICRA talks about all those sectors which have suffered heavily, because of which the Indian economy contracted by 25% in quarter one. Thus, while the reports of the Reserve Bank, KPMG and ICRA talk about the deteriorating external environment, factors beyond the control of the public because of which the economy is in a mess. On the other hand, The Expenditure Secretary of India, Shri T.V. Somnathan, puts the blame virtually on the public for the present state of affairs. He says that economic activity in India is in abeyance today because of fear amongst people and not because the government has done or not done something. He thus puts the onus on the public to say it is your fear which has caused the present state of affairs. He says that it is not as if the people are waiting for the government to do something and then they will go out and resume their economic activity. That is not the case. He says that recovery will therefore come only when the pandemic psychology will end. That is, fear of the pandemic of the public will come to an end and then they will start their economic activity. He thus puts the ball in the court of the public and not the government at all. According to him, a fiscal stimulus will not make people enter their sphere of activity. It has nothing to do with it. It is all about fear. And therefore, he says, as and when the fear of the pandemic subsides, the government will do a little bit in order to take some few measures here and there, such as to help the recovery of the economic activity. He does not talk about some big stimulus measures or some major initiatives of the government to help the activity. He says the government will help a little bit here and there, provided the fear of the public subsides and they resume their economic activity. We think that the comments and opinion of the Expenditure Secretary are quite out of sync with the actual reality. What would be our response to his comments about the fear psychosis that he talks about? In our opinion, the economy is in abeyance today, as he calls it, not because of any fear of the pandemic, but because of the continued lockdown, close down, and disruption of the economy. If we ask the health authorities, they will actually confirm this, that fear is not there. The public wants to go out and come and resume its normal life. If at all there is any fear, it's not of the pandemic. It is fear of loss of jobs, fear of loss of income, livelihood, depleted savings, vanishing business, and an indifferent government. The consumer confidence in July fell at an all-time low as surveyed by the Reserve Bank, not because of health issues or fear issues, but because of jobs, income, inflation, and livelihood. That's the fear that is there. And the government has done very little, according to us, by way of a real, bona fide, genuine stimulus in order to dispel these fears of the public. And because of that, no one is really waiting for the government today to come up with any big stimulus as was expected. The earlier stimulus was a farce. It did very little. And it is not that the public is waiting for the government to do something before it resumes its normal activity. If at all it is waiting, is for the lockdown to be lifted so that they go about their normal activity without any expectation of any help from the government as he tries to claim it. We are certainly not waiting for the government to do anything for us individually. If we are waiting for the government to do something for the nation, because at this point of time, when the private sector does not have the capacity to spend, does not have the ability to take risks, somebody will need to spend in order to trigger growth in the economy, to restart the economy. And that somebody is the government of India. That's what the expectations are. No individual expects that the government will put money in his bank account. But what is expected is spend on projects, spend on infrastructure, start resuming the activity of spending, constructing, building of the economy so that demand and activity is spurred on its own. The fact of the matter is that the economic crisis that we face today is because of factors beyond the control of the public, beyond the control of any individual. It is because of external factors, and it is the government that needs to take measures to get the economy out of abeyance. The government cannot wash its hands of this responsibility, as the Expenditure Secretary seems to say when he makes those comments. It is the government that will need to actively spend in order to reignite growth in the economy, and it needs to do that in order to reassure us and in order to dispel fears, not of the pandemic, but fears that it is the government that seems to have been indifferent to the overall crisis that the economy faces today. This is Akhilesh Bhargav signing off till we meet again. Namaskar.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.